Hi there. Welcome to the Magistratum Mundanus. I'm Goat of the BPL and I play Uriah Hobson, a Voidborn adept of the Administratum. Basically a weedy paperwork guy who somehow got stuck with carrying the biggest gun in the squad and trudging around in the dirt instead of sitting at a desk. So far, he's been vacillating between excitement for this new start, frustration that nobody else seems to care about procedure, and depression that he's probably going to die face down in a gutter somewhere, as opposed to face down at his desk, like the God Emperor intended, until he was transferred to Delta. But without further ado, let us begin our 5th episode. Episode 5, Let's Get the Bread.
Okay, so last time around, you were dispatched to a noisy party, and managed not only take out 2 gangs, but scare off and maim a 3rd. Yes, despite their attempts to steal your tire, the scavengers from the Underhill gang managed to only walk away with free bullets. Despite everything, and I do mean everything, Delta Squad of Sector G17 has managed to not only step into jobs they were wholly unqualified to do, but managed to clean up a sizable piece of several square blocks. Somehow. At any rate, after sorting your vehicle and attaching what remains of the gravity-destroyed servitor grandfather to your cargo rack, you're again underway. Around you, the weather starts to clear somewhat. Rain lightens. The clouds remain, and wind picks up. Citizens are bundled in heavy rain gear and starting toward their morning shift work in the dockyards or factories. The chronometer in the vehicle does indicate that sunrise is within the next 2 hours, give or take. Radio traffic warns all units to be on the lookout for a stolen circus truck, and that the Municipal Weather Service indicates the morning fog will be rolling in, and that has become something you're well acquainted with in your short stay on this planet so far. In the early morning hours, this island and the harbor in particular suffers a fog thick enough to conceal all sorts of crime. That is to say, if the criminals could see what they were trying to steal. You know it is a time to return to station and sleep, as traffic accidents are a day shift problem. And you gentlemen problem solve at night. As you pull into the depot, the adept who sent you on your way is waiting for you. And as you apply the brake, you see he's pacing back and forth and fidgeting.
Sergeant, do we have a report written out yet?
Negative. We've just gotten back.
Okay, I'll interface with the other adept. And I go and I throw up Administratum gang signs,
right.
Do the customary greetings.
So you're like, admin?
Yeah.
You pull out your library card and just flash
it. You're like, boom, advanced reader. Okay.
Yeah. Just reader. And I say, yeah. Yes, we've attended to that rogue servitor.
He goes, yes. Where is it? Where is it? What?
Yeah, I unstrap it and kick it off the top of the truck.
Strength check. You want to kick it off the top? Okay, yeah.
Just like nudge it.
Oh, so you mean like unceremoniously, just like...
Yep.
He was resisting a lawful order.
So as it just clangs off the side of the trunk, scraping the paint as it goes off, it just smashes into the ground with a thud. And he is apoplectic. He is just throwing his hands up, and he's like, no, there's so much damage. There's so much damage. All of these parts have to be returned. They're broken.
Yeah, so is the body.
He's like, there was a body attached to it?
Yeah, it was until it started spasming out for some reason.
Like the body has just been turned to mulch when it hit the ground. So
there's pieces in there.
There's some meat left in there, I'm sure.
He goes, he looks like he's about to faint. He's whiter than white, and you've seen Administratum White. This is Administratum Casper, so he's like holding his head, and he's like, oh, they're going to have words with me.
I know lots of words.
He just He just shoots you a glance, and he goes,
Finger gun him.
He's like taken back, and he goes, I can't believe they augmented this man in the first place. It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Administratum doesn't make mistakes, didn't you know?
Yes, but this is clearly something that was unintended, and it happened anyways. It served no purpose.
Yeah, my character raises his hand. Like, I mean, no disrespect, but I mean, like, why is this such a big deal? I don't understand.
He goes, you don't understand. The man was supposed to be made into a servo skull or something befitting his retirement. But in this case, he ended up being made quite literally into, well, and he nudges toward the equipment and he goes, something rather more substantial. The work order was legitimate. It was perfectly legitimate. It just, we didn't write it. And he looks kind of nervous at saying or suggesting that an error was made that was not intentional.
Well, I think that it's time we return towards our own duties and jurisdiction, right, Sergeant?
Yeah.
He goes, well, yes. I will get some help and put this into a box.
Okay.
And he goes, thank you?
I must warn you, he's very heavy.
Yes, and gross. I don't touch these things. And he looks like he doesn't, he like takes out a handkerchief and he's like putting it around his hand. He's like trying to move it. He looks like he's never seen anything other than a book in a long time.
Well, good day.
Yeah, just look at him doing it. I'm like, hey, you'll be fine. There's the 5-minute rule. You'll be okay.
He just
5-minute rule.
So after this, you hear Delta Shift off watch come over the Tannoy system, followed by Alpha Shift watch commences. Delta Shift Sergeant to Captain Montag's office.
Gottverdammt. All right. So I'll make my way up to the office.
So what are the rest of you guys going to do while he goes to his friendly office visit with the captain, who is, of course, very happy?
I'm gonna
go fucking do the evening prayers at the successful conclusion of a shift.
I'm gonna follow him.
Follow who? The prayer? Or?
The sergeant. I don't want a prayer. I don't need a prayer. I'm bound to the emperor.
And Griglak and Mr. Mispronunciation?
Oh, I'm going to go visit the armory.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay, we can do these vignettes separately. And Griglak, son of Griglak.
Griglak, go to bed.
Okay, so you're going to go to the barracks room. Got it. Okay. So I'll handle deputy first. All right, so you walk up to the captain's office and the door is closed, but there's that cloying smell of I have smoked 800 cigarettes in the last hour rolling under the door.
All right, stand at attention, knock 3 times, and then go to parade rest.
All right, you just hear the captain, she just goes, just get in here.
Open the door and stand at parade rest in front of her desk, like last time.
All right, so there's...
As I go to close it, my boot kind of slides in and stops the door from closing.
And she looks over and she goes, can I help you?
I just want to listen in.
She just is like clenching her fists and she goes, stay in the hallway. Just stay in the hallway.
Okay. And I'll just leave the door slightly cracked as I sit in the hallway.
But the venting of smoke is rolling out, and there's just a pall of cigarette smoke in the captain's office, and it hangs like industrial fog from a coal oven. And there are a pile of butts in the ashtray that looks like a carcinogenic porcupine. And the captain just looks haggard in that she hasn't slept. And she motions for you to sit down. And she seems like she may be working on one of her last nerves.
Okay, I sit stiffly in the chair.
She pounds her fist on the desk and goes, What in the fuck happened? I thought it was a noise complaint. We got reports of gunfire, people leaping around on fire, destruction of property, an ungodly explosion, burning dogs, plummeting from buildings, a firefight in the streets, and that's just from the general public. What in the fuck happened?
A noise complaint? All right, so I give her the rundown on the two gangs fighting, the gunfight that ensued. One of them had a flamethrower but didn't know how to use it. And then the servitor and that whole thing, and then the Underhill gang trying to requisition government property without proper authorization or know-how. And
let's make a roll to see how well you convey that.
While he rolls, my guy is only listening for keywords to do with any kind of, crazy blood or anything like that might have happened.
What do you want me to roll?
If I feel like I'm off the hook, I'll walk away.
Yeah, thankfully for you, none of that has been reported. ... Yet.
I will make my way away.
So you're like, doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo.
It's like, after I listen to hear everything, I'm like, oh, we're good.
So through the frosted glass, you just see him kind of slink away. All right, so, yeah, we're going to just roll a fellowship check for this.
Okay. All right. We're rolling fellowship then.
And it's opposed, so I got to roll on my end.
No, you don't have to roll.
Why?
I got a 34. My fellowship's 31, and I've got a -5 to all fellowship with non-creatures.
So you basically walk in there and you give an after-action report from a combat unit, and you describe neutralizing targets and engaging in ranges and ammunition counts.
Yes, we're green on health, yellow on ammunition.
And she just...
give her shit.
However, in this case, she seems to like that more than you would think. Because as you glance around the room, you see the armor of Acadian, and you realize her background. And she slams her fist on the desk and just sighs and goes, "God damn it. After the last time with Delta Squad, I don't need another loose cannon." But then she leans in and she goes, "But you get shit done, don't you?"
Oh!
I had to use it, sorry. So she motions to close the door.
Okay, I'll close the door.
And she opens a leather satchel by her leg and lights another cigarette and offers you one.
Okay, I accept it and stick it to the filter of my gas mask.
So wait, you're wearing your gas mask still? So you're like,
time.
Yeah, so you got the gas mask on, you're like, like while explaining the whole gunfight.
I've just come off the truck. It's not come off yet.
Oh my god. Okay, so as you try to smoke through a gas mask, which I presume is a Krieger ability, oh my god.
Excuse me.
Yeah. So she goes, "Look, there's something you should know. The technical division finished going through the aftermath of the bank robbery. We're a bit behind on processing these cases. But technical division usually follows up whenever there's been a substantial use of force. And the strangest thing, we found all of these linen sacks used for flour at the crime scene. They were all marked with a local bakery branch, which hasn't reported any thefts of equipment or loss of material, but I think it might be worth following up on. We have our detective unit in the field, Echo Squad, currently looking after this. We're not sure if they're connected, or if it's a front, or if it's a storage, or if it just happened to be a crime of circumstance, but it seemed like this was what they intended to use to carry money out in. Maybe just to hide it, maybe this is just a safe place to hide, we don't know yet. But in processing the crime scene, aside from money starting to show up throughout the sewers and a few corpses washing up in the bay, it looks like the main take was the safety deposit boxes. This looks very targeted, that came with all the equipment to slice them open, and they didn't even bother for keys. The detectives initially thought it was an inside job, but nobody trusts a ratling, and for good goddamn reason. So look, the stupid adept that wanted to send you on this silly errand, I want you to work with him for one reason and one reason only. Get a pass to the Central Archives. This will get you across the bridge without any questions. And I want you to go visit, go see the city, but while you're there, I want you to find out what the hell was stored in those boxes, because get this, those boxes weren't just from the Merchants Guild holding bank. They weren't private boxes for the rich Central City types or local money brokers. They weren't abandoned either. They were paid up for 50 years. And she leans in and lowers her tone. These were boxes from the previous government, the one the Inquisition removed. And she leans back and says seals on the boxes were reportedly intact. They got away with a few of them. The ones that remained were numbered in sequence. We're missing numbers 13, 14, and 15. If they should turn up in a dumpster, in a trash can, in the sewers, on a body, keep an eye out and do not talk about this. But if you can get into those archives and find out who paid for those boxes, where and when, we might have something that connects all this. Because I don't like shit targeted in my town without my knowledge. And I want to know who's pulling strings, because I am not going to have a goddamn war down here.
Yeah, understood.
So she says, get access to that archive. See if they have a copy of any of the older government records. I want to know what is going on in my district. And why the fuck was it worth stealing? And then she just sighs.
Oh, Herr Commandant.
And she just sighs and goes, try to grab some rest if you can. You guys did good work, but please stop murdering everyone. Please.
I make no promises.
She just gestures to the door, like, out.
All right.
All right, next, Goat.
Goat fucking Uriah just goes to the chapel and tries to find a is there like a chaplain or other cleric on duty?
There is no cleric on duty. However, there is a tithe jar with a please leave more than you take sign, and there are some scented candles and incense kind of burning, kind of smoldering. There's the usual suggested honorifics and saints to bow to, but you also notice at the end of the chapel a somewhat new icon in this era. It seems like some people are trying to vindicate and venerate and make holy a general of all things.
What general is this?
A Lord Solar Macarius.
It'll never catch on. I put one throne in the is Alanius Pius in the chapel.
Good man. He was but a humble man.
Yeah. He puts the one coin in the Alanius Pius votive box and lights a candle.
Very good.
And then just goes and prays silently. Didn't have anything, really big planned for downtime. Just, pray, rest, repeat, go back to work, repeat.
Good man. All right. So, Diggs, now that you have slunk off, are you going to the barracks room?
Yeah, I'd probably try to go wind down a bit.
Okay. Let's cut to Crow, and then I'll get Griglack and Diggs in the barrack room. Crow,
Yeah.
Ricky is trying to go to the armory, isn't he?
Yeah. I'm gonna look for I remember where it's at.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, down the hall right over there. He points over there.
Okay, so to what? You're still doing the camera thing where you're like, yeah it's...
And like down here is the guy who's got all the guns and stuff. I know he's got some good shit back there, but he's a little bit, he's not all light in the head, so we got to make sure we get down there and see if we can, get something a little bit more pistol-y, more gun-like, more shooty bang.
Okay, so you're going to... How do you go about it?
Oh, I go to the armory, and what do I see?
You see the door is closed. The inscription from last time is gone. The little portlet is closed as well.
Yeah, I just pound on the door like, just pounding on the door. And I'm like, hey!
You're okay. You're just pounding on that door and yelling, hey.
Yeah.
All right. The portlet slowly swings open, very slowly, and you see the glowing receptors of the armor, and he stares deeply into your soul. Incense
and I'm like, hey, buddy, how'd the thing with the flying things go?
There's a pause, and he goes, I have sung them the song of logic and reason. They will soon follow my call.
Well, that's fucking great and everything, but check this out. And I give him a letter, and I'm like, you gotta go back and give this lady the letter and respond to her.
He scans the letter with his photoreceptors, and you hear them whir and click, and he goes, yes. And then the port closes.
Then I pound. I'm like, hold on. I pound on it again. I'm like, pfft.
All right, so it opens, but only an eye looks out.
Yeah, look, you got to be her grandson. You understand?
Of course.
And I need and in trade, you got to give me another pistol.
No, and it closes.
And I pounding on the door again.
It opens, but only a sliver.
All right, give me a new pistol, please. Plus, if you give me a pistol, I'll fuck off.
He gives you a flintlock.
The door closes.
And then I look back at the little floating eye, and I'm like, hey, sometimes it takes a minute. Good things come to those at the gate. You just gotta wait here. And
you just hear the music turn up inside.
Then he pounds on it again, like.
However, you know what? Do a dodge check.
Okay.
Oh shit.
His dodge. He has a known on dodge.
Mm-hmm. So you're rolling under your agility.
So nope, I did not make it. Just 2 points over. I rolled.
As soon as your hand makes contact with a door, you are very well aware that it has suddenly become horribly electrified, and you are thrown across the wall.
Yeah, his hair is all sticking up, and then he takes his glasses off, and he's like, "This motherfucker!" And trying to get a cigarette, but it like falls out of his hand because it's like jittering all over the place.
You also hear birds squawking inside, but the music soon drowns them out.
And then I instead of pounding on the door, like, "Hey, you almost gave me a fucking heart attack out here. What the fuck's your problem?"
You just hear yelling over the music. Are you alive?
I don't fucking know anymore.
Next time you will not be.
Did he take the letter, by the way?
He did.
Okay. I'm like, so you're gonna be her grandson?
No response.
No response?
No response.
Okay. All right. And I just he does his hair back a bit, and he's like, okay. Plan C.
Like you lick your hand and are trying to stroke it back?
Yeah, it's like sticking straight up.
So you're just like, ugh.
Yeah. And he's like, all right, plan C. I'll be back.
Oh, God.
Okay. So while Griglak walked up to the barracks room and probably how do you go about relaxing? What is Griglak's relaxation routine?
Griglak checks his calendar, then goes to bed.
It just has hunt, eat. It's just all right. So as you are laying down and as the wonderful gentlemanly telepath walks in, I need a noise perception check from Griglak, and I need a standard perception check from Diggs, please.
I think I have some kind of doodad. I was wondering, how do you tell what your original health was?
Well, it will say on your character sheet. So if you go down to your character sheet,
I failed with a 61.
Okay. That's fine.
Wounds on the second page.
Yeah, second page is wounds. So yeah, everyone was wounded very minorly. So I'll just give you those back.
Except me.
Where on the second?
That's because you ran out for help. I actually followed you
behind, and also I was fire support.
True.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
So I get for sound, I get some kind of heightened sense. What does that do?
So it depending on level of heightened sense, you're gonna get a bonus that you're rolling under. So you have, let's see, heightened sense hearing, which is good. So let's give a plus 10 to that. So your perception is a 35. It'll be a 45 you have to roll under.
So I got 38 plus, what was the bonus?
It's just a rolling under bonus, so you've got it. And you didn't get it, Diggs, so okay. As you try to relax and your coworker walks in, you become aware of a distracting sound coming from the air vent.
Griglak, hear noise and vent.
What?
We'll take a look.
Okay.
Hear noise and vent.
You walk up to the vent, you realize it is screwed in shut, but it is certainly the course of this noise, which is getting a little louder.
I pull out my gun.
Griglak smash with magic sword.
Are you gonna so you're gonna try to bash the vent in?
Yep.
I'm taking the aim action and also using the other bonus action for my remarkable, whatever the fuck it is, the aiming thing.
Okay.
Unnatural aim.
Oh, I'm not even going to make you roll for bashing the vent off. You bash the vent completely off the wall. It's just gone, and it rips out a part of the wall. You see the pipes and cables behind it. The vent is dark, but the noise is coming from in there.
Griglak don't have flashlight.
Flashbang.
You just throw it in there, and some guy in the next room, it blows something up, and he's like, "Oh!"
Griglak, wait.
You hear something?
Okay, Griglak?
Do you hear something moving around in there?
Is it loud enough to where I notice it now?
Yes, and it sounds like a little plop, 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 plop. No, it's not Papers, Please. But
okay.
you just hear a little wet plop back and forth.
Georgie comes out.
I am Cobra Stan, #1 country. No, you hear a little thing just plopping back and forth.
Hey, Griglak, you might get up in there.
It's a very small vent, but you might be able to get your arm in there.
Go get it.
You want Griglak put arm in vent?
You've pulled things out of other animals, right? This is metal animal.
Griglak size and put hand in vent.
Okay, fuck. All right. Give me an agility test for this. Just to see if you're quick enough.
So
There's science to see if it's weird.
Yeah.
40. Do we have anything that would help? I don't think so.
Ooh, a natural 1.
It is not weird. It is completely mundane.
Just have to go under.
All right, nothing to worry about.
You're like, grab it. Wait. No, you're good.
Wait a second. No, we're good.
37.
All right.
40.
Your hands grip suddenly around something that is about the size of a ball, and it's kind of wet, and it's struggling. Are you going to pull it out?
Yes.
As you pull it out into the light of day, you notice, despite any planet, they all look the same. It is a rather big frog.
A frog?
A frog.
Do we have frogs on Noble Worlds?
You've seen pictures of them in a book.
Okay, I was about to just shoot for the weirdness sake, but okay, I'll stop.
You're like, a demon!
It was slimy and green. It was weird.
Griglak put on cot.
You put the frog on the cot. Oh, okay. It just sits there.
I'll ask it what it wants.
It just sits there.
Note to self: pick up, speak with animals.
It looks confused, but it is a frog. However, in this... Yeah, no, I didn't want to do that. But in this looking around the room and the fun of finding the frog in the vent, you also notice there is a package on your bunk, Mr. Dick.
Okay. I already saw science, so I know there's nothing crazy in it. So I'll, does it have any writing on it? Just a random package?
Perception checked to perhaps check thoroughly.
No, that's a 93.
Looks like a paper. Yeah, you're shaking it. Like, is this valuable?
Is there bees in here? I've been said bees before.
Yeah, no. It is.
I'll just pull out my contingency plan and just slice it open.
All right.
It needs to be.
As you slice it open, it is a box, a big ornate wooden box of polished wood. It is off-world wood from your knowledge so far of this planet.
The good wood. Always sniff your wormwood.
Yeah, it's a fine box with a small latch on it.
All right. Well, is Griglak still talking to the frog?
He is still in deep discourse with Frog Friend.
All right, I'll walk over to my locker and open it and put it on like one of the inner shelves and open it. If it fits in there?
It barely fits.
Okay, slide it in, open up the lid. Or pull the latch at least.
As you open up the lid, it is a very fancy hat from your home world.
Oh, that's so sweet. I'll pick it up nice and like all fancy, trying not to get anything that was on my hands on it.
As you pick it up, a note falls out from the brim.
Pick it up. I take my current hat off and put this one on just to feel fancy for a little bit, because it's been a while since I felt fancy.
Yeah, so you put your Magistratum Mundanus helmet off and you put on the fancy hat. Okay.
Yeah. I just kind of take a second and go, how did I read the note?
The note is in your family's personal code tongue, and it is written by your own father's hand. And it says, "As far as I know, you are currently being watched, but not by us. They seek to destroy our dynasty by going after you. We have lost several family members already. Be watchful. Though you are not currently on our world, know that we will try to protect you." It seems hurried.
Fuck. I'm assuming it burns away the second I finish reading it.
Correct. But it seems a little delayed from last time.
I'll look it over.
Yeah, you're like, what gives? I thought, oh, fuck.
Not that.
Yeah.
A bit worried, because, I mean, not super uncommon. He grew up in that environment.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, anyone could just fucking kill you.
Vendetta,
they do it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, criminal families and vendetta. I
do like 180 spin and do like the finger guns towards Griglak talking to the frog. And then I'll do another 180 spin back and then take it off, put it with my other fancy hat on a, like, I'll get another hook and make it right underneath it. So I have two fancy hats.
Yes.
And I'll put my Magistratum back on and close it.
All right. So,
hey, Griglak, if you see anyone that you don't recognize, actually, I don't know why I'm talking. You're talking to a frog. Let me know what that frog says, and I'm just gonna go I'm gonna just lay on my bunk.
The frog ribbits.
Put the hat over my head.
Griglak eyes the frog suspiciously.
The frog ribbits.
What'd it say?
It said ribbit.
Oh, cool.
The frog tries. The frog just seems content to sit on your bunk.
That's cool.
All right. Just
we walk in and there's a frog in Griglak's bunk and he's laying on the floor.
It is his now. So I'm assuming the rest of you guys come into the bunk area. You find your psyker sleeping. You find your psyker sleeping with a hat pulled over him. You find the remains of some wrapping paper on the floor, and you find a frog and Griglak sitting on the bunk staring at each other intently.
What the fuck happened to the vent?
This is your team.
Yeah, what the fuck happened to the vent indeed? You find the remains of a vent in the corner and a good chunk of the wall taken out around it. Oh, and the smell of ozone from a capacitor from a power mall.
I start writing a maintenance request report.
Griglak heard sound. Frog.
Frog was the source of the sound? Or an unwitting witness? Alright, I'm gonna sigh and start getting undressed.
Mike, what you doing through this?
Nothing right now. Just gonna get in my bunk.
All right. So as you all start trying to settle down, fill out your reports, and wonder what the frog might have to say, if anything, or if Griglak wants to keep it or eat it, I don't know. His practices in terms of acquiring lunch. As you start to settle down, you see the sun is somewhere out there, but through the narrow vision slits of your bunker paradise that is Watch Station G17, you notice that the fog has indeed rolled in, and it is pea soup thick. It looks like industrial chemical fog, and it is just impossible to see through. The sun is somewhere out there, but you can't see 8 feet. And as you start to settle into your restful sleep, an alarm.
Before that happens, before everyone passes out, I'm going to wait for everyone to be laying down and going to sleep, and I want to kind of crawl out of bed and crawl over to Ghost character.
Yes?
Hey, man. I may have received a threat of some kind. Can you make sure if you see anyone who's, not normally part of the force around?
I'm always on the lookout for suspicious individuals.
Yeah, but I'm looking for someone who definitely would not belong here, and not one of us.
I'm always on the lookout for that.
I appreciate it.
Is there anything in particular I should look out for? Do they speak a specific dialect of Low Gothic? Do they have?
They might even speak High Gothic, but they probably wouldn't do it here because I don't think they're idiots.
That
intelligent adversaries.
Yes. Keep an eye out for intelligent adversaries.
I will be most vigilant for signs of intelligence.
All right, and then I kind of lower my head back down onto the ground and call them.
So wait, you just your head
I literally just popped up next to him, like, hey.
So the one thing you could tell them if you wanted is they would have a similar accent being from your homeworld as your character does.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of trying to bait you for.
That's why I brought up the High Gothic thing. It's like they know me, so they're probably from around where I am.
Highborn. And what was the world you came from again?
I forgot.
It's okay. We didn't really come up with a name for the world, so no.
I'm actually from the planet Chromanova. It's very shiny. It's very colorful.
Very chill.
It's covered in glitter. It kind of sucks, but
so that's from your one shot.
Yeah,
so, no, but Chromanova, I like that because it's like a 1980s sort of disco party world. So it's all neon lights and shit, and it's like,
if you got me access to the archives, I could comb them for instances of other Chromanovans arriving onto the world.
The problem is, I'm an idiot.
Gentle birth. Perhaps you have some sort of connection we can use to our advantage there.
I do have a couple connections with. Oh crap! What is it? Etiquette? No, that's not. What is
discussion?
I have underworld.
Point I can hear it yet.
Yeah.
I'm not very subtle.
Yeah, your guy.
I'm also an idiot.
Yeah, so your guy's
when
talking.
I popped up, you just heard me go, "Hey."
By the way, guys, if you need to get into the central archives...
perfect.
It's a secret mission. I'm not supposed to tell you.
Well, how are we going to get into the archives?
Have a good night.
I will ponder this over the course of the evening. Not in such a way that will interfere with my mandated rest and recuperation period.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pray to the
literally
Emperor.
Just laying in my bunk staring at the ceiling as I said that.
Yeah, I just mumbled to myself. I'm like, why does he want some fucking beehives?
True. I'm gonna go pray to the Emperor and keep an eye out.
However, as you're getting up, an alarm starts ringing throughout the facility.
Shit.
And you hear Delta Squad to briefing room, emergent.
Okay, Uriah does his before pre-shift prayer, but he does like the speed or 90% is like and he puts on his vest and helmet on, and checks his revolver and stands by the door because the sergeant has to lead the way.
I'm gonna just go. Isn't there like a rule against needing 8 hours between shifts or something?
Yeah,
I'm not union. It is a suggestion.
Never listen to my suggestion.
Yeah, I do like a somersault out of bed.
Well, yeah, because you hit
the top bunk.
Well, Mike's character is used to gunfights starting at every second where he's from, so he's like, "Oh boy, violence!" So
yeah, I do like a diving somersault.
I also have paranoid.
Griglak, as you had fallen asleep, the frog scooched up next to you and was sleeping next to you.
Griglak cannot go. He must take care of his son.
Don't talk to me or my son ever again.
Ribbit.
I
Yeah.
will pat the frog on the head and get ready to go.
All right.
Are you taking the frog with you?
It could be dangerous.
So if you guys all die, there's just like a frog and a bunch of weird notes stamped in a locker. They're like,
Part of a wall broken.
yeah,
And
they're,
a little head on the frog for some reason.
yeah, and they're like, what the fuck? They were the best squad.
They got shit done.
Yeah. Okay. So, as you guys thunder into the room, Kelso's sitting there and he's got the radio in one hand and a phone in the other, and he puts them both down and he's like, "Hey, you guys know that Echo Squad, the detectives?"
Yeah.
He goes, "Well, the detectives need our help. They've been out of sorts for a few days, and you guys are the backup. Our door kickers and Charlie Squad are in Central City competing against the other rapid threat response, internal security, intramural tactical prowess competition, and ice cream social. And look,
I want ice cream.
yeah, I know, man. There's some hot shit.
What do we have to do?
Oh yeah, and he puts the phone down. He's like, "Dude, I told you I used to be a garbage man, right?"
Yes.
Yeah.
He goes, "Okay, so here's the rub. The detective said they know where them flour sacks is coming from, and they started talking, and then I heard a bunch of gibbering like a bunch of them little people talking, and then I heard machine guns, and they hit the duress button, so I got an address, and that's it, boys."
Well, let's go.
Did the machine gun sound good quality?
He's like, strangely they did.
Oh, fuck.
Like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
Take my hat off and shake it around and put it back on.
So, as you're running to the vehicles and so on, you see the armory crew reloading your ammunition, like they're just throwing boxes in the back, and you see the adept trying to jam that servitor with the help of two other hired muscle into the back of a very small government car, and he's like, "No, close the lift. No, you're denting. No, if one of you would twist, as I push down." And he goes, "Oh, hello. I'm just
Hello. It's an emergency, but could we have perhaps lunch meeting tomorrow?"
Oh, lunch? No, just twist as you push. It has.
We'll get back to you.
Yes.
In the vehicle.
All right. He goes, "Oh, wait, I forgot." And he comes running over as you're starting the engine and getting your helmets on and getting your war music.
Like motion for us to wait.
Yeah, he runs up and he goes, "Yes, I promised I would get you."
I put it into first, but I take my foot off the gas, so we're slowly rolling forward.
So he's running alongside and tripping on his robes. And he's like, "Yes, I forgot. My boss had wanted you to come down to the archives to resolve a small inquiry." And he hands you a sheaf of papers. And he's like, "Please take them.
I take them with both hands. Like, thank you. We'll be there.
Yeah, and
If available.
All right,
Floor it and dump him in diesel smoke.
I start reading this while the fucking shit, like trying to read it as it's like sheet.
yeah. So you realize these are transit papers allowing you to cross the bridge, and they are signed by the Lord High Administrator.
Oh.
And the signature bears no less than 8 stamps. Some of these stamps you have never seen before. They are all
We
of
need
the
a photocopy of that.
To forge.
Maybe just in the future we might.
Yes, the planetary administration has given us an in to the archive.
However, it is signed as Sector Lord Administrator in gold.
Oh no.
And 3 names are upon that paper.
Sweet. So we're gonna go to this beehive, no things attached.
Beehive run by okay, so there's this planet, right? And then there's several planets around it. This is signed by the person in charge of the person in charge of the next 6 to 12 median 9.5 planets.
I still want to photocopy first of all.
We don't have a photocopier.
Do you
What's a photocopier?
My guy just goes, I don't understand any of this.
do you try to decipher the signature?
Yes. I also want to see if Diggs' character recognizes any of these names. What is this? Linguistics High Gothic?
Yes, and it is in.
I have maxed out linguistics.
So you both are in the back, like folding this out and looking at it, like while you're screaming.
While we're going like,
Yeah, you're screaming through like fog-covered streets, like occasionally hitting vehicles and stuff, and you guys are like both there with your like eyeglasses, going like, all right.
the 100.
Wow.
It's High Gothic. It is a signature so ornate you cannot understand it. Diggs?
What am I rolling?
It's gonna be a linguistics check. So
If you have maxed out High Gothic, it's going to be against your intelligence plus 20?
yeah.
30 plus 30. So roll under a 63. You brainlet.
58. Okay.
You barely got it.
Yeah.
You translate the three names, and you realize it's not three individuals, but one man with three names.
Oh no.
Lord High Sector Administrator Benedict Bainbridge Groves.
Hey, do I recognize the name, or does anyone?
He mentioned Ad mentioned it. He said that Groves would be most pleased if we could get the samurai guy intact, which we failed.
No, he's in one piece.
Benedict
One-
Groves. That's important, right?
What's a Lord Sector?
Yeah.
Lord
3 names. You know
Lord,
it's big.
Lord Sector Administrator. Yeah, he
Not
is.
the Lord Sector.
Lord Sector Minister Benedict Groves.
Benedict Bainbridge Groves.
I don't know the guy, so this is on you.
Yeah, you don't know the guy. You've never interfaced with him in the Administratum because you're not from the sector. But your blood chills at knowing that there is an administrator here who now has his signature. You feel like
bad.
you've. It would be like getting an audit from the head of the IRS personally.
No, my family doesn't do audits. We don't. They come up. We make sure they go away.
Griglak thinks name sounds a little familiar.
However,
Name of a dinosaur.
the one thing you do know, Goat, that stands out, that's really odd to you, if not alarming, 2 things roll through your head. 1, there are apparent administrative issues here, with orders being written but not followed, or followed that weren't written. And 2,
What?
the
Orders that are followed but not written?
correct,
What is that supposed to mean?
People give them, but no one documented them.
correct, holes in the chain of command and custody, which makes no sense.
This is
Yes, it does. We're here. We're here. There's a massive no sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Maybe this is why. We can find out why we were assigned to this.
But the other thing is, why would the Lord Sector Administrator be on this planet?
Why would he take an interest in us? We're not that important. Are we?
Would we know? Is there any way we would know why they were here besides the massive, terrible documentation?
Well, I mean, the only thing I can think of is you're highborn. You made someone important very upset, or you're involved in some sort of political game.
Maybe
Listen,
it's wrong.
Now you're telling me that there's...
Wait, what did Griglak say?
it's more likely they're looking for their frog than anything to do with me. I'm a nobody. I'm not part of anything.
No, you're highborn. Greg, do you still have that frog?
Yeah, but I'm highborn, but I was taken away. That means I'm no longer a highborn.
You're a highborn with psychic powers.
Yeah, that's why I got sent away.
Oh, my emperor! I think the
We are
Inquisition
not
might be
talking
involved.
about that.
The Inquisition must be involved. That's only they can move with such a regularity and get away with it.
Does Griglak still have that frog?
We're
or
the
did he
good
not?
guys.
We're the good guys.
Not on him.
As I'm back there, like twirling my revolver.
So while this is going on, you're just like,
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Revolver awesome. Yeah.
I'm just like, it's better to have a gun and not need it than not have a gun and not need it.
Speaking of, if Sakop's calligraphy club is done, can you grab your goddamn fucking shotguns?
I call the heavy rifle.
Just like, ooh, me.
I picked up divine shots, so I'm ready.
All right.
See, I could have been a freaker just like you.
Okay.
Frieger?
So
Yeah, the free Googers.
all right. Oh my God. So go. There's your heavy rifle. Who wants the other heavy rifle while you're doling guns out? Good. I put it in the center.
Yeah, I have the heavy rifle in my inventory because it's like whenever we get out of the car, my guy has it. Like it could be like we're doing a fucking traffic stop. My guy's gonna come out with the big fucking
The BAR and just like
he is. Yeah.
yeah.
Is there any long range rifle or anything?
The heavy rifle is technically a long range.
Okay, I'll if there is one, I'll.
Yeah, there's two. So shit, that fell through the table. Okay, there's the.
That's
oh my
in the
God. Okay.
manual.
It's in
Did you
the
read the
manual.
manual?
There you are. Yep.
Oh,
There you are. I put it in front of you.
okay.
All right, so there. I guess that makes the two shotguns for the deputy and the
I love deputy with a shotgun.
Frieger and the Krieger.
I just put a pencil in there and I go like this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got my what is it, that break action 4-barrel shotgun in the pistol.
The Magna City quad bore. Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Looks like we need 2 turnips in heat.
Delta calling G17 Central over.
You hear a little atmospherics, and then you hear 17 Central, go ahead.
Responding to distress call to Team Echo, over.
Roger, last known, Echo in distress, shots fired, no further communication.
Acknowledged.
Charlie Squad unavailable, currently at intramural competition. Go get 'em, boys. And then you hear the click.
Acknowledged. Clear. You just turned that off.
Dude, it's shift change. They do shift change dispatchers. They're just trying to hang up. So as you guys roll up, okay, this is where it's gonna get nuts. Oh
On
no!
the way,
no!
Later.
just really quick. On the way to the location, can I attempt a quick dowsing on myself?
Dowsing on yourself.
I just want to find out an answer really quick.
Okay, let's do it.
This is how we get a demon in the truck.
Oh no! Oh no! Part of the table fell away.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. I can
What the
revert.
fuck? Everything just.
I know. Dude, it's tabletop simulator.
Oh wait, I see all of your stuff over there, Tex.
No, don't look. It's mine.
Yeah. No, I'm not. It's okay. We're on the ground again.
Okay, I did pass. I only used 2 of my psychic dice. None of them land on 9. Total of 7, plus my psi
All right,
rating.
stand by.
4.
It's loading. It should
And
work.
yeah, I'm way over 12 or 11.
Oh wow.
All right. So don't look at the back. You're not supposed to see that. That was supposed to be hidden, but great. So, anyways.
Yeah, missing object OD2.
Yeah, just hit OK.
I'd say that's a roof.
Yeah, that is the roof, and it's because it appeared
The roof
somewhere
is
else.
on fire.
Yeah, so you cannot see this back room. You can only see the front, the bakery. So, as your vehicle pulls up, where are you going to pull up?
Which direction?
Front door.
Which direction are we coming?
You are coming from this street here.
Okay.
And you, yeah, so let me size this down a little bit. Scale down.
Front door.
There. That's about accurate to its size. Okay, so you're rolling up at the front. How do you want to cut this?
I'm not driving. Don't listen to me.
Yeah, deputy, you're allowed to set the scene however you want.
Do we, as we approach, observe any individuals on the street, anything like that?
You see, the streets are pretty fucking clear, but the fog is really thick. Your lights are just creating this kind of incandescent glow in front of you. You can barely see 5 feet. That hasn't stopped you from driving very fast.
Well, I have an urge that I'm not sure I should follow.
Yeah, don't listen to me. I am joking. You don't do anything.
Well, no, I had that thought before you said anything.
Okay,
I was like, oh, those front doors are wide enough for the truck.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Too.
However, perception check. You are the driver. You need to give me a perception check.
Yeah, no, we are not driving through the building unless I've got a very good reason. So
The reason is that's what we ask.
I hate to be the guy to tell you this, but the vehicle does have firing ports.
Oh.
We'll give them a broadside.
Fire!
It is a military vehicle.
73, fail my perception.
All right, you think you notice a familiar car or two, but otherwise nothing as you're rolling up.
Oh, okay. All right. So what we are going to do is we're going to come to a halt and slow roll the building with guns aimed at the fucking firing ports along the fucking sidewalk there.
Okay, so you're telling me you're gonna drive up and park and get the vehicle and just slow roll and like pan the
Four low, pan the spotlight and start looking for the detectives. Citizens, cease and desist. Leave the area. There is nothing to see here.
So are you gonna get on the
alive. You're coming with me.
All right, so do you have your lights on or off?
Oh, everything's on. We are a beacon of angry light in this city.
Okay. Yeah, so you've got the loudspeaker on.
The loudspeaker with the German accent through the gas mask.
You sound like the police from Half-Life.
All right, you notice.
I don't know what he's saying.
You notice an assload of ratlings in this bread store, and they all look very alarmed that you have rolled up. They are in shock that you have rolled up, and you notice movement on this back wall. They are sliding one of the bakery cooling racks into place.
That's what I was waiting for, and I gun it into the fucking store.
Okay, I'll give you one round for just being shocking. Go ahead and give me a driving test. Do not fuck this up.
I'm driving?
Whoever the driver is.
That's not me. I don't know how to drive.
Yeah, no, I've got drive.
Okay.
I got drive.
You're like, you never let me drive.
Dude, I took it out 3 times when you weren't paying attention so far.
Get that out of the way. I failed it, 78.
All right. Rather than drive through the front door, you manage to drive it through this bakery wall. Because you find out that in 4 low, the Terox is not as easily controllable. You get a little bit of wheel spin, and you high center it on one of these bakery shelves that's just really tough metal. You just, instead of like screaming through the front doors and busting them off the hinge, you just jump the curb and you're like, oh shit, and it just goes right through the wall. Roll for initiative.
Okay.
Let me put on some fight music.
Not Fat City.
Channeling.
Did I kill any of the ratlings as the wall collapsed?
No, they all boogied out of the way. They look like they're about to run anyways.
So what's initiative again?
It is your D10 plus your agility bonus.
Let's see if you have paranoia.
5.
All right, Griglak 5.
Griglak 5.
All right.
My willpower bonus.
12.
Goat.
14.
All right, Mike.
So I have lightning reflexes to add twice my agility bonus for initiative.
Correct.
Oh my god, there's so many.
And then so I roll a D10 plus my agility.
Correct.
17.
Okay, so I got a 0 on that D10.
That's 10.
Okay.
Oh my god, and what's your agility bonus?
My agility bonus is to be 40. Is the no?
Yeah,
not
so
40.
that's 18. So you got an 18. And Griglac. Wait, no, we got Griglac.
17.
Okay. All right, good. Okay, Mike, you're first. You are all in the vehicle. You smell well-baked bread, and you hear screaming. The little rattling's like...
Oh yeah, I'm gonna point my gun at the screams, and I'm gonna fire.
So the fog's in the building, the lights are swinging on the ceiling from the vehicle that had just rolled in, there's bread scattered everywhere, there's rattlings running around, and you're shooting from the vehill?
Yes, I'm shooting through one of the portholes.
It counts as braced because you're shooting from the vehicle.
Yes.
All right, roll them dice.
You got it. So ballistic. It lands. Oh, I landed on my ballistic skill, 53.
All right. Well, it's a bonus because braced and all that. So you're hitting. That is one hit. We're just going to count one hit in this case because I'm resolving it versus a group. Okay. Go ahead and roll for damage.
You got it. Rolling for that damage. And I'm using that shotgun.
Yeah.
Which one? The 2-bore or the 4?
No, the Hab pacifier.
Oh, he's using his personal shotgun because if he used any other weapon, his focus is pistols only.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten about that.
2d10 plus 2.
Yep.
Okay, so I got a 5 and 9 and 5, so 14.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 2.
Jesus. All right, one of the rattlings looks like he was about to throw a grenade at you. You just lower the gun through the gun port, pull the trigger, and his head turns into a cloud of mist. It just splats against the walls.
Dude, you should have the RoboCop theme for this.
I would love to, but if we ever intend to air these, I have to be careful.
I know.
Yep.
All right.
They're probably going to hit us just for me doing that.
Oh, who cares? All right, so, Diggs, you're up.
All right. I'm still in the vehicle, even though I can see through the windows, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to point over here at this group, and I'm going to use Flashbang as one of my Psychic minor powers.
All right, double tab on what group? That one?
Yeah, the one right next to us.
Yeah.
I figured these guys are okay, but I don't want to blind my own guys.
Okay.
I'll just do 2 dice to pray. Oh, I rolled a 9.
Oh!
It did happen.
It did manifest.
9. What's 9 plus 9? 18, and then 23. 23 total for every 10 points succeeded, which is by 6, 12, 18. Oh, 4 times. The threshold difficulty to blind them. Wait, difficulty worsens by 1 step.
So yeah, they at this point with the stats,
they become stunned for 1 round.
Yeah, at this point there's just this huge, god awful, just, and they are like, as they're holding their eyes. They are not having a good day.
Uh-oh. Where's that chart of psychic badness?
Psychic phenomena. I'm scrolling through this book. Problem is it's a PDF in here. I have to open my outside PDF because PDF.
I'm going to use a fate point because that's barrels.
Okay, that's fine. If you want to use a fate point to avoid, that's reasonable.
I'll do that one. It's Tech Scorn, unfortunately. 67. Oh, wait, no. 67. That is Shadow of the Warp.
Oh, dear. Would you like to read the flavor for that?
For a split second, the world changes in appearance, and everyone within 1d 100 meters has a glimpse of the heart of the warp. Everyone in that area, including the Psyker, must make a willpower test or gain 1d5 sanity points.
Oh my god.
Alright guys, let's get some good willpower going.
Oh my god, hold on.
I passed, luckily.
So you open people's eyes. It's like putting a single frame of Nightmare into a movie and it burns into your eyes.
Let me see how far this goes, because it could be really awesome or terrible.
Passed.
Oh, do I have to do something too?
Wait, what's a 1 in a 1 in a 10? Is that just 11? No, that's a 1 on the... Wait.
Did you just roll 100?
I did.
I passed.
So everyone in 100 meters just get a momentary glimpse of the heart of the warp.
Oh my god.
And I'm just like, oh, that was weird.
So you're like, boom! And then a second later, yeah! And everyone's like, okay. Everyone, I need a willpower test, boys.
I passed.
99. I
Pass.
failed.
I
Greg
passed.
Black failed.
Okay, do you guys have jaded or anything that would prepare you for this?
It wouldn't apply.
I'm
Unshakable faith. I could re-roll a fear test.
This is not fear. This is insanity. I'm trying to give them any benefit. Go, please.
No mercy.
I ramp up
Blessed
the
ignorance?
no.
Okay, then no. I have no defense.
No
All right.
defense, Your Honor.
Was it 1d6 for insanity?
Yeah, 1d5.
Okay, Greg Krieger, you're gonna have to give me 1d5.
You did not give us a D5 die.
You don't need one.
roll a
Just
D10
roll.
and
Yeah, just roll a
have it.
d10 and have it. Rounding down or
round
up,
up.
whichever you choose.
Fine. So that'll be 3.
You now have 3 insanity points.
I guess 3. I don't know. 2.5.
Yeah.
Luckily,
Okay.
these guys are going to get stunned while they see this, so that's cool.
So they are okay. So the group in the middle here. Oh my god. This group in the middle here is like completely out of it, screaming about the thing they saw in the bright flash of light that's burning into their soul. However, this group over here has become apoplectic and is running around screaming about the hidden monster beyond the third eye. And they have completely lost their marbles for a moment. The group over here is made of sterner stuff, and they are pulling weapons from behind the bread.
By the way, after I do that, I take out like a grape and eat it.
You're like, weird.
See that shit? Oh man, I get the weirdest dreams sometimes.
Okay. Goat, you're up.
All right. Hang on. I think I'm on the left side, right? Yeah. Do I have an angle on the rattlings through the firing port?
You do.
All right. Haha. Time to fucking start spraying.
I like being a psychic.
19. That's hang on. So it's full auto, so -10, but it's short range, so +10, and I aim, so +10. So 19 versus a 47 means I got 2 hits.
All right, roll them dice.
All right, I rolled shit. Okay, so damage profile on this thing is D10 +4 pen.
All right, 5 damage, pen 3 right arm, 7 damage, pen 3 left arm, someplace else. All right, so this guy and this guy, both in the straight line, because you're just full auto through the thing.
Yes.
You put your shoulder to it, and though you were a lowly adept, today you're a door gunner, by God. And as hot brass pumps out of the action, you find yourself a little bit excited as you just saw them down. They just fall to pieces. You just trace it up. Them arm disconnects, goes flying, blood squirting, hot brass is hitting the ground, cordite fills your nose. It is exciting, but not quite as exciting as
Hit,
I know.
was 10 damage to the right arm, so third one I think also
Correct.
it.
Yeah, because 10 damage on an arm. So as you saw them up in that first one, cordite fills your nose, and it's this wondrous smell of carnage and combat, and you become excited, but you remind yourself that you do like internal audits a little bit more because it is more fulfilling work. And with a sigh, you rotate the gun over to the next group and squeeze the trigger and say, pity, as you cut him in half. All right.
All right, I'm gonna get a snack.
All right, cool.
I'll be able to hear everything.
Okay, next is Deputy. You have high-centered the vehicle on a bread rack. The vehicle is still running.
Yes, I high-centered the vehicle, and then I saw into the warp.
Yes, it's been a moment, hasn't it?
It has.
Yeah.
He's no birthday party magician. If he reaches behind your ear, it is not the nickel he produces, but the horrors of the warp. And I gun it.
You gun it?
Yep. Try and rock myself off the bread rack.
Driving test.
All right.
I'm just gonna look at him and be like, "Are you okay?" You need me to drive?
66. I failed it.
Okay, as you scream forward, the tires rock and find purchase, and you manage to smash into this wall, which knocks it down into the back room, and dust and sparks fly everywhere. The ratlings over here dodge out of the way and scream like, why? However, as the dust clears, illuminated on the front headlights, you see a back room filled with rows upon rows of weapons. That is your turn. You are a terrible driver under panic, especially when you've seen the warp.
Yeah, my guys was like, do you need me to drive?
Driving is an int score. My int is 33.
Me too.
All right.
But nobody else took drive, so I'm what you're stuck with.
I have drive.
Griglag, you are in the vehicle. The man has just started screaming about the warp. He describes painfully the same thing you have seen in detail. You smashed down the back wall and destroyed some bread after he screamed about his warp experience. The adept cut some people in half with a long bang stick. And now it is your turn to strike. What would Frog want you to do?
Frog says, "Get out and smash."
Ribbit.
All right, so you can disembark. That'll be a half action to disembark, because the vehicle is up kind of on its side a little bit.
Okay, well, we're off to a good start. Okay, so let's see. 06.
Ooh. All right, that's a hit. That is a palpable hit.
And so I can choose where I want to hit, I believe.
Correct. You're built very well.
Griglac hit in head.
All right, roll for damage, Griglac.
Let's see, 1d10 plus 9. It ran into the other dice, but I guess it's 2, so 11 altogether.
11
And
damage to the head?
Yes.
Oh my god. All right, let's see.
Oh, and I get plus 2 melee, so 14. No, 15.
That is some serious go to horny jail bonk right there. So as
For a second free attack.
go ahead and make your test.
Although maybe I'll swing at another person, if that's possible. I don't know if it is.
In this close with this crowd, I'll say yes.
All right. Griglac missed for a second one.
All right. So as you manage to get into the brutal melee, you find these halflings are running around. Some are pulling guns. Some are screaming at the chaos across the room. Some are screaming about the warp. Some are staggering around blind. The lights in the ceiling are still swinging back from the initial impact. Not to notice the second impact from the vehicle smashing into the far wall. The one in front of you is screaming, "The breath!" as you connect with his head, and it just turns into mist. So he's the breath. You have brutally murdered yet another small person.
Frog would be proud.
All right.
How'd the frog get in the vent?
It's a mystery.
That's what I want to know.
That's the real plot.
The frog was the one sent to kill me.
All right. Mike, your turn.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pull out my other sidearm, the 6-shooter, and is it possible for me to just slam fire it?
Yeah, if you want, you can just fucking fan that thing.
Yeah,
well,
I'm going to fan fire it from that little porthole.
However, in this turn, if it was aimed, I think the most you can get off is 3.
Okay, 3's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot.
So you're just cowboy actioning this. You're like, yeah, gang war.
Yeehaw!
All right.
Okay.
I'm a Malboy.
Do I get any bonuses for it being braced?
It is point blank range, so I'll give you that bonus.
I don't know what that.
Plus 30.
Plus 30?
Yeah, you are. Deputy has kindly driven you directly to them.
Yeah, I
You
definitely hit
pointed
them.
out, they're looking at the gun like, oh.
I definitely hit them.
Oh my god.
Okay. then yeah, I'm gonna roll that pistol, which I fortunately had wrote down. So it's 1d10 plus 3, 3L.
I.
Okay,
Impact.
so 6 and center mass.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I just I'm like I see the warp and I was like no big deal, like whatever. Like I at this point,
like hell.
Yeah, it just
man,
looks.
I've
It looked kind of
walked in
like
on-
home.
I've walked in on a lot of weird shit on that Hyver world. So the warp is like nothing. So yeah, he's about to fight. And I'm like, come on, boys, shooting him is not rocket appliances.
So you managed to wax not only this guy here, but the guy behind him. You just fan up the guys, and you feel at home.
Yeah,
for the first time on the planet, because you realize, despite arriving with strangers, you are a gang member. And these guys are your gang. And together you are fighting the other gangs of this city in righteous combat.
I'm like, glitter
brother.
gang, boys! Glitter gang!
Oh my god. This is so stupid. All right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, this is great, but dumb. I just can't believe the warp thing worked. Okay.
buddy.
Next is Diggs.
It's me again, Mr. Warp Man. This time I'm just gonna aim out the porthole and shoot at this group because they're kind of stuck in their place currently.
Yeah, they did not shake it off.
Does stun? Does that give me any bonuses, or to just shoot?
I would just shoot.
All right, I'm going to take. It's my revolver, just one shot, and that is roll. Oh, that sucks. I missed completely. 72.
Well, and I also would hate to tell you this just after you'd rolled. There are grenades in the vehicle.
Oh, lame. Next time.
All right. Now, next, I'm rolling for these.
I just kind of go, I can't get the. Oh, I pulled the trigger.
Yeah, you're like. I am rolling for these little shits. All right. The two little shits over here managed to pull the. They managed to pull this door open, and they start running to the back, which you see is this enormous arms
Man,
room.
they're so fast.
Yeah, and they are running to the back.
Get him, Ricky.
And so they are running to the back, and they're like, get the gun, not a gun, the gun.
The gun.
Yes. They're running into the back. All right, so this group in the center is still not shaking their stuff off. This group, however, is turning, and they have managed to shake their warp thing, and they open this fridge over here and produce an Imperial Guard issue rocket launcher.
Oh no.
I need to go.
And they're like, it's stuck, hit it. And two of them managed to load a rocket. So, stand by.
I think I have a reaction for this. Hold on.
Oh, fuck.
Let me see. What was it called?
1 second, let me... Damn it. All right, they managed to barely get the rocket in the tube, and they all get around it because they're wee people, and the guy squeezes the trigger.
Oh, the back blast.
And he blows all of these guys in the center up. So he squeezes it and it goes. Bread and body parts go flying. And the guy's like,
Smells delicious in here.
and the guy's like, did I get him? Well, the guy on the outliner may have survived. I didn't mean to delete him, but let's just say he's a legless corpse dragging himself toward the bread for a final snack.
Good way to die.
They are ratlings, you know. He's like, I'm dying, pretzels. he's like, it's like Saving Private Ryan. Like all the sound has gone out of the room and it's all blurry, and you hear his breathing, and he's just clawing towards some pretzels. So he's like,
I'm never gonna look at rattlings the same way after this game.
okay, goat.
All right. I just heard boom boom.
Yes,
I'm getting out of the vehicle.
Your vehicle was just showered with bits of burning bread and rattling parts, just like off the side, and it bounces off and hits the ground.
All right. Uriah gets out of the vehicle and I'm gonna half move into cover by this bread stuff.
By the way, the bread smells amazing.
Okay, awesome. That's my
Fresh
turn.
baked.
All right.
Half action, get out of vehicle. Half action, take cover.
Do a perception check as I'm sure you're leaning around the corner.
Awareness check?
Yeah.
All right. 34 awareness, perception. I pass if there are no modifiers.
From your time in the Administratum, you filled out a lot of reports, and you notice in the back corner under a tarp, which I didn't put down a thing for it, appears to be what is an Imperial Guard autocannon. And
Where's the tarp?
It's going to be in this back corner because they have rocket launchers and everything. I mean, this is just a huge arms stockpile. And you see on these...
Griglak, they have a big gun at the back. Stop them!
Griglak smash.
Smash Griglak. Smash them fast.
All right, so that is Goat's turn. Next is Deputy. Are you going to try to drive the vehicle anymore?
Yes. So I can see into this arms room, yes?
You see into the arms room. It is an assload of guns. You, in fact, recognize where they have been taking apart, dismantled, were old demilled Imperial Guard guns to turn out those shitty little submachine guns they've been making.
Okay.
So not only do their crimes involve arms trafficking, murder, attempted murder, and public destruction, but defacement of imperial property.
I'm monologuing to myself, and it's all coming over the fucking Vox. I've seen Vol in all its forms. And I got it again. I want to go straight into the arms room.
Okay.
And that is a 16. I make it.
Fuck it. All right. You can't find it, you grind it. You manage to plow through the wall with the vehicle into the arms room. You are now at the far end of the arms room before you stand on the brakes, and it goes just barely slowing. It's bouncing on the tires.
So there's nothing so beautiful in Vol as the mass charge of cavalry. Out of the vehicle.
All right. You also completely annihilated these 3 stands on your way down. They are smashed.
Any of the bread survive?
That bread did not.
Oh, God.
The bread in the center has been coated in parts. However, the bread over here and over here is potentially still good.
We may change that. There's a lot of blood to be spilled yet.
Hey, Ricky, let's get this bread.
You're like just the bread heist.
In the bread.
We're gonna have a lot of rats in our bunk bed. I can tell.
You're just
frogs and rats.
you guys are just laying down at the end of shift, and you're like, "Hey, man, that was a good shift." As you're all eating bread in bed, you're just like, "I love my job."
Yeah.
Maybe it's not so bad here.
All right. Oh God. Okay. Next is Griglak.
So I have a 12 charge, so it's very close. I will let you measure it.
Oh shit. Whoops. That's where you were. My bad. I didn't mean to grab.
Oh well, guess I get it.
No. Yeah, you can make that.
It was like within point.
That's it. That's what I call close enough. You know,
right.
I'm not. This isn't tabletop 40K where I'm like, well, it's 120.01 inches, so you can't hit it with artillery. No, it's artillery.
All right, so I get plus 20 for charging.
So Griglak is just like, ah! And just starts charging.
Missed by 2.
You can roll a fate point.
Yeah, I suppose. Let's see. Let me keep track of all this stuff.
You can use one or burn one. Burn one is auto succeed, but you don't get that back.
No, I'll just re-roll.
So you're chasing after them, thundering down the hallway, and you're swinging, and they're like, like dungeon ducking under it. It's just swinging above their heads because you're used to crushing man-sized people, not children-sized people.
They remind you of the frogs, so you don't want to hurt them.
Yeah, they're small and quaint, but they have terrible teeth, like they've been eating nothing but bread and cheese and living in the sewers. And they're looking up at you like, he's gonna get us. All right. Let's see. That was that turn. So the yoo-hoos with a rocket launcher have reloaded, and they are moving up.
Oh shit.
And they are forming a firing line, it looks like. The guy with the rocket launcher is, though, being berated by his commander. They're getting a little closer to shoot this time. All right, Mike, you're up.
All right. I dive out of the truck, and I shoot at the guys down the hallway.
That could be difficult because this row of drums is in the way.
Oh, okay. Well, then I get out of the truck and move to where I can shoot them.
These guys all have rocket launchers, or they have one?
No, they have one in the squad. The rest have just various weapons.
I get a full movement, and I can also shoot.
Yeah. If you shoot from the vehicle directly, and then you could get like here. There is that autocannon in that corner.
I'm not an autocannon guy.
Yeah, I would also not recommend that because the airburst stuff, and then you have two guys at the other end of the hallway. You're like, I got him. Where are you guys?
I'll leave that to the Frieger. Okay, so yeah, I will do the. I will get within range, or I will get to like where I can shoot them, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot them.
Okay, you could probably get here.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, place your character. All right, yeah. Oh, just place him there.
Oh, yeah, look at that backflip. Okay.
That was, okay, so you're backflipping into action. 1 second, I got it. Yeah, there we go.
Yes. Nice. Yeah,
okay.
And I'm shooting using that revolver.
All right. You fired 3, so you have 3 rounds left.
I do not hit. It's an 86.
Okay, Griglak is just swinging at them. Rounds ping off the wall behind you, and you realize your friend is standing at the other end of the hallway shooting at you.
Crazy man, shoot at Griglak.
No, and I'm just like, sorry about that, Grog.
All right.
Sorry about that, like.
Oh my god. All right, so Diggs, you're up.
Would I know if I shot an RPG round, would it explode like a grenade?
You've seen enough action hollow flicks to believe that's true.
And I am going to attempt a divine shot to make sure that somehow this next shot hits that rocket.
Okay.
7-2 is 9 plus my psi rating 4. So I needed a 15, so I beat it. So I pretty much place my gun out and I kind of aim it towards like the top corner over here.
Okay, so you're trying to ricochet a shot off.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a moment like where everything kind of just gets kind of wobbly, and it goes pew, 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 and just hits that RPG right on my nose.
Okay. Nothing happens at this very moment, though.
Okay. I thought that'd work. Then I'll use the rest of my movement, because I was only a half action to walk over here behind the rack.
Okay. Next up is Mr. Gone.
Great. So let me just double check here. Shit. Sorry. It's spazzing out on me.
It does that.
So
it is.
Yeah, it does. Okay, so Griglak's in melee. I can't help that. I'm going to move to take cover around here and brace my gun towards the ratlings coming down that way. I'm gonna get ready to fucking start blasting them because it's a half move to take cover and then another half move to brace my gun.
All right, cool. Deputy.
I sling the shotgun, draw my sword, and begin advancing towards the ratlings.
Okay, so you're just power walking up to him like this is where it ends.
Yep.
No, we're gonna die.
All right, Griglak.
Griglak, get the stick.
Griglak, you are within range of these child-sized horrible creatures.
He's just like, you're under arrest, and slices them both in half.
It was like last time where you're like, pity, and like,
All right, let's try this again. 42.
Fucking Krieger.
Yes, hit in the head, of course. So
He's just like bonk, bonk, bonk.
well, actually, yeah, I can actually test for a second.
Yeah, so you're just doing like whack-a-mole on these guys, like bonk, 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 bonk.
Second attack, yes. Yeah, full action to attack twice, so I can attack 2 more times.
Okay. Go
So I've
for
hit
it.
twice.
Yeah.
Hit twice on the first guy and see what happens, or just keep going.
Dude, there is no... Okay, you know what? Roll 1 dice damage, because I don't think there is any way with all your bonuses you don't instantly just, like, hit his head into his torso. I'm sorry.
8 plus 9.
Yeah, that's... Wait, you rolled a 9?
8 plus 9 for the
okay, because I was going to say, you rolled a 9. That's interesting.
magic sword is plus 9.
Yeah, so just crackling ozone, you bring it down on the first head, and you just knock his head into his torso, which you realize is unrealistic, but also very cool.
Wow.
And roll again.
In fact, Deputy, this is the first time you've ever seen something like a cartoon, and you're impressed.
Second one's a miss.
All right. So this one has just died in a horrible gurgling mess as like his body walks around. It's like and then this second one is still alive. Now God. All right, so this one is going to try to run and juke around you, which let me see. He does not. All right. This is the fun moment. I gotta see if this malfunction works. Okay. So the one with the rocket launcher is like, eat land! And he pulls the trigger and sparks start shooting out. And the guy who loaded it goes, oh, it's stuck in the tube! And then there's an explosion. They are all dead.
I take out my pocket watch and go, well, that was delayed.
Hey, technically, we still have one guy we could take.
What guy?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so I'm just gonna say that this guy drops to his knees and puts his hands up. He surrenders. Combat is over. He just throws his gun down, and he's just like, how did you know we were here?
I go get some bread.
It's delicious.
Oh wow, nice, sick.
The Ratlings are terrible at many things, but they know bread.
You know, it's nice to have bread that doesn't have glitter in it. It's one downside of my home.
Yeah, I just go. Yeah, my character just goes up like, "How do we know you're a hero?" Well, that's because we could see into the future because we're psychos. We know that kind of thing is going to happen.
And he goes, well, whatever. Tommy Splintershins will hear of this.
Oh no!
What? Splinter shit?
Who's Tony Shitter Splins?
And he just shakes his head and he's like, you have a lot to learn. And that's where I'm going to end this one. This is so retarded. I cannot
so
believe
good.
it worked out that
was
way.
fun.
Can I grab a pistol for it? No.
Oh yeah, no, believe me, before the next game.
There's a lot of guns in here.
Yeah, before the next game, I will allow you guys to absolutely take your handpick from this.
Yeah.
Just give me a list of what there's there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to entertaining my guests. I hope we had a good time. I hope everyone had a good one. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah.
It was a great time. Good job, Goat. Thanks for having my back.
We are brought to you by you and nobody else. So if you want to support more of this madness, the Patreon is BPL Tex on Patreon. And if you want, check out WBPL 76 on Twitch, where we more or less, look, you'll either like it or you won't. I GM games there sometimes, other times I play in them. I also play guitar, like this.